Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission.
Nanuma, ndutuni utasukulu, kongani, otunibikimdo, ongo vanrasende tiko, waku koa, toro, we go hustle, we go get up, so toro.
Just the kunga, brother, get it anyway. Hustle. We was always on that kind of yeah. I'ma go get I'ma get it anyway. And you know, all of you to do, I got it flowing in my veins. Rapping on the Magic City, Osaka. Going super hard, oh yeah, now I know damn rocker. Say what? Kongangi, kongangi, kongangi. Kongangi, kongangi, kongangi.
Bula Fiji, welcome to Mai Fijian Voices. I am Andy Blake, and this week we begin our show in Fiji's gateway Nadi, which is home to one of the country's most creative and innovative storytellers, artist and content creator whose brand is gaining reputable reputation far and wide.
I still think I'm on a mission for the Sunday work. Kavin nakanava sa tamet, I'm gonna get there. Yeah.
Meet Eremasi Rova, creative storyteller from Pangai on Fiji's garden island Taveuni in the province of Vasaqa. Masi is not only famed for his latest music track Kongangi, but his 2013 hit Ono Vitu Viwa, which was a collaboration with his cousin Stephen Vereakula.
Kongangi, kongangi. Kongangi, kongangi, kongangi.
Bula Fiji, I'm Eremasi, I'm part of the Roving Rovers. We do audio production, videography, photography out here in beautiful Nadi. This is Mai Fiji. So my wife and I, we work under the name of the Roving Rovers, and that's our media production company. We, like I said, we make music, we do videography and photography, and we're working with companies to produce adverts, to make music beds for their adverts, photography, it's product photography, fashion photography, fine art photography that we do. My wife has won a few local awards for her fine art photography, and that's basically just us employing the talents that we have to sort of make a living for our family. I have 3 young kids, and for us as a husband and wife team, it's a 24/7 job. So Kongangi was it wasn't even supposed to be something that was released initially. It was something that I had made just for fun, and it was only a minute long. It was just the first verse and the chorus. And the inspiration for the track came from the viral video that went around in September 2020 of the man who, I think it's locally known as the Moneymaker video. And a lot of people, they were saying negative things about him and about what he was talking about. But if you really look beyond, all the expressions and everything, what he's saying is true. We have to work hard. We have to really struggle to make ends meet. And for us here in Nadi, we've been really impacted heavily by COVID. The tourism industry has really taken a big hit, and for my little family and I, we lost our main source of income, which was working in the tourism industry. So when that video came out of the Moneymaker, talking about hustling, struggling, trying to put food on the table, we really identified with that. I personally identified with that because I had to now think of how to look after my children. So that song just it just sort of fell into place I made the music, and the words just sort of like somehow found their way onto the beat. So both my wife and I were employed in different sectors that all fell under the tourism industry. And I was released from my previous job in mid-April. of 2020 this year, and my wife has been on severely reduced hours. So because our main source of income has been drastically affected, we had to start thinking of ways outside of the box that we could basically provide for our family. And the Roving Rovers is actually one of the things that we made a decision to do. The other two ventures that we currently have alongside the Roving Rovers is the Cover Connect brand, where we sell Yangona that we source from the Kondrove, as well as art and music classes that we teach. So, man, bro, I think the best thing that I really enjoy about what I do is being able to create, to make something almost out of nothing, like getting different pieces of footage or coming up with some music and putting it together with the footage and presenting that as a package, as something that's been tightened up and presented properly, and seeing people respond positively to what you have created. So with COVID-19, of course, things here in the West have taken a huge hit. Everything tourism related has basically come to a stop. With our business, having been born out of COVID, we are also now trying to look for business during COVID. And it's not always easy because not everyone has the same spending power that they had previously. So, we're just trying to make the best of the current situation that we're in. I know that it will get better, and this is not going to be forever. And that's what we have to look forward to. But right now it's just operating within our means with the situation that's been given to us. So I would say, like, in terms of support, we get a lot of support from our family members. They've been there for us. Quite a lot of our extended relatives, they're working in industries that haven't been affected by COVID, and so they're giving us little family photo shoots here and there, throwing us some extra work, and also within our church as well. There's been a lot of people that have been supporting us, which we're really grateful for. Really, we can't be doing this on our own. Having a small enterprise or a new venture happening in such a difficult time, people would say that, man, that's the wrong time to be doing it. But really, we've been able to make it sort of work because of the great support that we have around us. My wife and I, we have a belief that God is, He's looking after us, He's looking out for us, and so much has been done for us already. We've been blessed with an amazing life. With so many good things that have happened now to us. We've got a beautiful little family, our children, and it's also, for me personally, being able to wake up in the morning and to see my wife, see my kids, and to know that I have the chance to do something with my life that can benefit these people and can impact their future. That's motivation for me every single day. I know that the decision that I make, whether it's small, whether it's big, I can choose to either have a positive outcome or a negative outcome. You have to be able to balance passion with reality. If you're going to be 100% passionate about something, that doesn't always equal to you being able to pay your bills, you being able to pay the rent. You've got to find a balance in between those two things. And for those of us that have been able to find a balance, it's not going to be easy, but you can be happy at the end of every single day knowing that you're able to cover the reality side, but also do what you're passionate about. It's difficult to say because even 5 months from now, the whole situation could change, right? Tourism could pick up again, and then all of a sudden it's like I'm pulled back into the tourism industry. But with the way that things are going, producing music, trying to make videos and create content, in 5 years, bro, I would love to be doing this on a regional basis and traveling to other countries and shooting content, telling stories, capturing moments in other countries around the Pacific, even in different places around the world. I would love to be doing that. Bula Vanaka, this is Eremasi Rova and you're watching Mai Fijian Voices on Mai TV. Naka.
Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission. Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission.
I come from a hospitality background. I've always been in the hospitality industry myself. I have a great passion for people, for food, and my husband comes from a building background. So 11 years ago or so, when we came to this area, we thought what an idyllic place to open up a small resort that will cater for the locals and where I could present and show off the passion that I have for food and for people. Arana Yandra, I'm Rachel Mishra. I'm Managing Director of Golden Point Resort, and this is Mai Fiji.
Golden Point Resort, located along the King's Highway in the Suncoast and the province of Ra, is famed for being one of only 2 resorts in Fiji that offers dolphin watching as part of its resort activities. The resort is also very popular with the locals for serving up tasty meals and is also the only resort that provides authentic Lebanese cuisine.
Golden Point Resort is located on the King's Highway north of Viti Levu, 2.5 hours from Suva and 2 hours from Nadi. We are open throughout the year, 7 days a week, from 7 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. We are a small resort, 33 rooms with a conference hall to cater for about 60 to 70 people. We've got beautiful weather all year round. We are located, after all, on the Suncoast of Fiji. So we have really got the best of Fiji with being placed right on the water and the beautiful mountains behind us. Just like any other business that is trying to start off, challenges would be in any new business would be that you are trying to build a clientele, so you have to be prepared to put in the hours, to sacrifice. It's actually a lifestyle. Being in the hospitality industry is very much a lifestyle. It actually becomes your life in every sense. So it's a great thing that I love it. And for me, it was not difficult really to start something like this from scratch because we did have restaurants in Auckland. So this was just a great opportunity for me to have something of my own rather than have something which was part of the family business. We've got the best of the beautiful ocean, which is the fresh seafood that we get, the beautiful weather that we have all year round, pollution free where we are. We've got our fresh produce, a lot of it comes from our farms, which is the livestock, the fruits, the vegetables. So it really is the best that Fiji has to offer, being right here, and the sunshine that we have all year round. I love what I do because it's part of my personality, getting to meet people from all walks of life, interacting with people, learning so much about various cultures, presenting cuisines from many different cultures, especially Lebanese food, which I do here. It's a pleasure for me to do it and I thoroughly enjoy it, and every day is a new day, an exciting day for me. COVID-19 has had an impact on our business here. Of course, just like any other business has had an impact in the world, in ways of where we had to cut down on staff and try to work with the resources, limited resources that we have and staff that we have. But overall, the show must go on and everything is going well. Thanks to the locals, they have always been supporting us and they still are supporting us. I would say where people are not spending as much as before, of course, people are very cautious on their spending these days. So in that nature, yes, it has changed. People are not spending as they used to spend, of course. I have always had and always will have, thankfully, the support of our beautiful locals in Fiji. Without them, Golden Point will cease to exist. So what I can say is we are still up and running. We are very well supported by our locals. So therefore, the show does go on. This is a phase period in our lives where we can overcome and we will overcome. Having the locals, having the people supporting us, it's not a difficult thing being in the hospitality industry. It is not a boring industry after all. It's a very exciting industry to be part of, and it keeps you on your toes. And there's always, exciting days for us. At the moment at Golden Point Resort, we have rooms starting from $100, that's for a couple or a couple with a child, from $100 including breakfast, up to $260 for a 2-bedroom villa.
You are always guaranteed to enjoy tasty and fresh seafood that is caught out in the waters of the province, which makes its way onto their menu boards. Fresh herbs and vegetable produce is also grown at the resort, and they breed their own goats. Goat curry is another specialty on the resort menu. Rachel, so that's the sauce for the Thai fish.
Yes, correct.
Great. So I've been given the great privilege of being inside the kitchen of Golden Point Resort, and as you can see, this is where all the tasty meals that are prepared for the guests of the resort, they're made right here. And the good thing about what you see and what you get on your plates that's served at the restaurant is that most of the vegetables are grown fresh here on at the resort, and the seafood that they cook is also caught fresh from the waters out here in the Ra province. So very tasty, because after all, this is the Suncoast, and you know what the sun does to the food. It gives it that extra beautiful taste. Sweetness, right.
We've got Mediterranean cuisine, we have seafood, we have pastas, we have burgers, we have steaks, we have Indian, Asian, kids menu, and very affordable prices with blackboard specials that change every week. Please do inquire by ringing us on 9926631 or emailing us goldenpointresort@gmail.com. We always have exciting specials happening throughout the month. We have a bar that offers an extensive range of drinks, as in non-alcoholic fresh fruit mocktails, a lot of seasonal fruits at the moment, as we know, with the watermelon, pineapple and the mangoes. So come down for that. We have a lot of alcohol specials, cocktails. We have hot drinks, coffees, kids drinks, very, very wide at great prices. We have horse trekking. We have mountain trekking. There's a path going up to the mountain up the top there. We have fish feeding that we do every morning. We have dolphin watching for people to go out on the boat, a relaxing time to go out, snorkel, go to the sandbank, have a picnic, see the dolphins. You can go to an island for a few hours, relax there. We have kayaks available. So we have various activities to suit different budget, and some paid and some free activities. For the future, we will be having further developments, as we have been for the last 11 years, gradually developing. So we have got 5 overwater borees still coming up. We will also be developing a marina that will cater for about 20 boats with full facilities. So that will be, I think, something exciting, because we have been getting a lot of support from the boaties over the years, saying that this is a strategic point especially going to the islands. We are very close to all the islands and we've got all the facilities to cater for the boaties. So exciting things still to come, yes. So please do come and visit us. From time to time, you'll always see new things, new developments at Golden Point Resort. Hi, I'm Rachel Mishra and you're watching Mai Fijian Voices on Mai TV.
Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission. Mai Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission.
Back it up now.
Hola, I'm Derek Miller from Vasaqa Productions, and this is Mai Fiji.
Just give it to me, man.
The Namaka market in Fiji's jet-set town Nadi is probably one of the last places you would think houses one of the country's popular food joints. Vasaqa Productions is the brainchild of Derek Miller and its vernacular name is the mother tongue term for food. The food joint is famous for their local flavors of the South Pacific.
Name's Derek Roy Miller, born in Australia. Dad's Samoan, mom's Tongan. Came down to Fiji when I was kachi. Learned the art of spitting, roasting. From a very young age, dealt with a lot of wood. My family was always the outdoor kind of gang to always just cook outside. So, and then maybe it just came with a passion. Maybe the Tongan kick came into it, and you know. From there we started spit roasting. That starts 4 o'clock in the morning every single day. Then it's cooked with love and soul. And then brought down to the market here. As you can see, our small establishment. And just we sell pork, we sell beef, chicken, all spit roasted and smoked, brisket. And then brought down to the market, and the gang behind the counter does the rest of it, man. They sell it. It was a thought that was created long time ago in my head. Then came a time when I did eventually leave working for other people. Never even dreamt I was going to become a chef. You know, it was like I was more, when I was growing up, I was going to be more in the manager, food and beverage manager role, rather than like this was never even thought of. Like I'd never ever thought in a million years this would ever be here, you know. But you know, that fella upstairs is good to me. Vice versa, all the time. Vice versa, you know. Yeah. The more you put in, the more you get out. What's greater than having freshness at your doorstep? I reckon, you know. We're not dealing with anybody else except the market vendors, the homegrown people of Nadi, you know. You deal straight with them. We've created a family together now, you know, in the market. Even me being brought up here in Nadi, you know, I've known all these old timers inside the market since I was like 16. So, opening a shop inside the market, kind of brings back a lot of good memories. So, whereas if you had to open up somewhere else, you'd be calling taxi and stressing out and everything. Right. The menu is very soul and very earthy, just because of what we use, you know, the elements we use to cook food in the smokehouse. Our food is a lot of smokiness, a lot of heat. We like heat, you know? We love chili, so you're gonna expect a lot of flavors as in chili and smokiness in our food. Our drinks, couldn't have asked for the best man to be working for us again here, Benjamin. Yeah, so that gets sent in from all the way from Taveuni, from Gayatri, also known as Elevate.
Right.
So Matt and Natasha, really awesome, down to earth American gang that came from the States and have settled now in Taveuni, and they grow all these things. And we're very fortunate to get flowers from them that get sent in all the way from Taveuni. Then we give it straight to our mixologist. The mixologist does his thing, turns it into a syrup, and then he makes these badass iced teas. Everything what's in season. We have passion fruit, mango, watermelon ice cubes. Well, whatever's in season, Ben will knock it out of the park for you, bro. We get our meat from Yangara Butcher, from Aaron. Aaron's been really cool and really supportive, like because sort of like a rivalry, because he has Scoff and Go down there, and we got Vasaqa here. Sort of the same twist on chow, sort of like rotisserie chow. But he also owns a butcher, so he's been pretty rad, supplying us with some really good cuts of meat. Our rump, our pork, our brisket, all comes from old mate down that side there, Aaron, Yangara Butcher. The challenge was actually finding the right spot. You know, this was the spot we always wanted, but was really hard to get until Andrew Powell came into power as CEO of the Nadi Town Council, and he was very open to our ideas and what the vision we wanted to have for the market. Always having satisfied customers leave, putting a smile on their face, man. You know, it's just the best thing that when you come to the market now, it's just not a market day anymore. It's a market day. Bring the family down, have lunch, you know. What's the children here mucking around the market, something that I used to do when I was catchy, you know, like, you know, my family take me down to the market, you know, see them walking around the market, getting vegetables, coming back here, sitting down, chowing, talanoring with the boys, all those things that I reckon that's what keeps me happy and keeps the place buzzing every day, bro. Because we're still new. And Nadi has given a lot of love to us, you know, like
When you
so
say
much
Nadi,
love.
you're referring to the locals.
Yeah. You know, they've just showed immaculate love to us, gang. And getting all the gang from Lotoka and Suva, you know, coming down and just wanting to come down this side here is amazing. Downfall with COVID, I got nothing to write off on that, man. Everything's been pretty much a sweet ride, you know. My wife, bloody good mates in the kitchen, you know, good mates here,
Right.
you know, feeding off everybody's vibes and energy.
Yep.
That's what keeps me motivated, my bro, you know. Never give up. I reckon just don't give up. One door closes, kick open another one, bro. I really haven't thought that far, but if it was to be a 5-year plan, I reckon maybe in another market in Suva perhaps, or Nosori.
Nosori is the best market in the country. Thank you for watching our show. I hope you enjoyed meeting creative storyteller Eremasi Rova, Rachel Mishra of Golden Point Resort, and food guru Derek Miller of Vasaqa Productions. Get in touch with me if you also know of someone that has an inspiring story that we can tell on our platform. You can message me via our Mai TV Facebook page. Don't forget to like our page and share this video. I'm Andy Blake, and this is Mai Fijian Voices. Nisama Demanda.
Mai Fijian Voices.
My Fijian Voices is proudly produced in partnership with the British High Commission.